Hey guys, for years I've been sleeping on a Tempur-Pedic mattress from Tempur-Pedia. Mm-hmm. It's all right, pretty good.
It's all right.
But guess what?
What?
I wanted to change it up.
Okay.
And I tried this new mattress by Lisa.
Ooh.
It's 10 times better, guys. Now the Slept King likes to sleep. Mm-hmm. That's I don't even know. I don't know what the king means, but the slept part is very important.
You don't know what king means. Just only
slept means I like to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite thing to do. I like sleeping more than living. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
Do you know how most humans spend 1/3 of their lives sleeping?
Yeah.
8 hours out of those 24 hours. His is 2/3 of his life is spent
But people
sleeping.
don't realize that I'm half bear.
He is. He hibernates. Long
I'm half
hours.
bear.
Half bear.
And
Korean.
this new company I tried, Lisa, this mattress is unfreaking believable. It really is. We got it delivered. We set it up. I've been sleeping like a baby.
Ooh.
Tell them about Lisa, Gil.
Fun fact, 1 mattress donated for every 10 sold and 1 tree planted for every order received.
We're saving planet Earth as well.
While he sleeps, he saves the world.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So spring into a better sleep. For TigerBelly listeners, $125 off at lisa.com.
Whoa.
/belly. Deepest discount we've ever offered.
It really is it's better than Tempur-Pedic. It is Tempur-Pedic, right? It's
It's a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
foam. It's a foam. Yeah,
it's
the
memory foam.
Yeah, it memorizes your body, babe.
It memorizes yours.
Yeah, I know. So check it out, dude.
Lisa.com.
Lisa.com.
/belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of TigerBelly, everybody. My name is your Captain Bomb. I'm going to sing you a song. Turn around. Look at what you see in her face. Yeah. The mirror of your dream. Oh. Yeah. Make believe I'm everywhere. Giving in the light. It's better for lower for me.
Yeah, lower.
Written on the pages in the answer to a never-ending story. Yeah, that's my jam of the week, guys. I wake up, that's in my head, babe. And we got George, we got Gilbert, we got Khalyla. And this has been a very bad week, ladies and gentlemen. We lost one of our own. We lost a comedy icon. We've had him as a guest, his mother, Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore's mother passed away last week, Mitzi Shore. Oh no, it was Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. Wednesday she passed away. But she's been sick for a very long time. Mitzi, I mean, essentially they discovered me, which doesn't really mean much to, I guess, you guys. But to me, it means the world.
Lot.
That's how you got your start.
In fact, I don't think there's one person you've talked about more on this podcast than Mitzi Shore.
Yeah. Mitzi.
You've credited her. You've credited your entire career to her each and every time.
Well, because, you look at the Comedy Store comics of today, most of them were not passed by her because she got sick a long time ago. So she stopped coming around. So then, people that get passed as a regular at the Comedy Store was done by whoever the talent coordinator was, Tommy or right now Adam Eget. Pauly and those guys have a lot of say. But me, Sebastian Maniscalco, there's a couple of us that are still Mitzi passes.
I think I saw, is it Nick Youssef's post?
Nick Youssef was passed.
The very last one.
He could have been the last
Wow.
one, yeah.
He was the last one that she passed.
And she passed him, which means she was going senile at that point.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah, shout out to Nick, but I'm sorry, but she was going senile if she passed you. Okay,
Sorry,
she's starting
Nick.
to lose it.
He's so
Started to lose it. But Mitzi, have I talked about how I met her?
Tell us again.
Yeah.
All right, so I was working at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and I was a doorman and a bar back and whatnot. And one night at open mic, I ran into Pauly. I was a kid. I was 23. And Pauly goes, dude, there's something about you, brah. Something weird about you, dude. I go, oh, thank you. And he goes, dude, I'm going to have you open for me one day. So then, like, maybe 9 months later, he goes, dude, you gonna do Vegas with me, brah? So then, you know, I was working there as a doorman, but he flew me to Vegas. And this is when he was doing like 5,000 seats at the top of the Riviera. There's a gigantic like showroom up there. And he had me do 5 minutes. That's all I could do. You know, 5 minutes.
Do you remember that set?
No, I don't. And I remember being petrified. Absolutely petrified. And there was another guy named Wild Willie Parsons, this old like trucker guy that was featuring. Big guy. And Paulie goes, dude, my mom's here, brah.
At
right?
the Riviera?
Yeah, and I saw her before the show, but I was just like, there's just no way.
Did you know the importance of her at that time already?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we knew that she was the owner. I mean, we knew the history of her. But also at the time, it's like, you know, you just think, there's no way she's going to like me or whatever. And I went up, and I don't know if I did good or not, but I got off stage, and she just walks right up to me. And she just goes, hi, I'm Mitzi. And I go, oh, hey. Hi.
Hello.
And she goes, you're a regular at all my clubs. Congratulations.
Whoa.
Wait, that's how.
You didn't even have to showcase
No,
her or
I did
anything.
5 minutes in front of her. Wow. And she made me a regular.
You must have done well then.
It's not that. If I look back, it's imagine what the Celeb King. Everyone knows the Celeb King.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows Nosotros Papaya. Everyone knows the science of life.
Science
and the things
alerts.
that and alert and the things that we talk about here. You know, the dream weaving, the connections, the spiritual laws between our souls, upper, lower case, energy, dementia, marvelous reactions within each other, despite interactions without yourself.
Damn. Almost makes
All
sense.
right,
That
so
almost makes sense.
and these are things that I believe. These are things that I'm going to put down in a book one day. But multitasking within each cell creates an upper hemisphere of life components that we in itself cannot understand, and yet they exist.
Wow.
All right. You never thought about it that way? No, but I'm telling you that's the fact.
It's a new angle.
And that's a great. It should be written in stone. It's written in stone. But the thing is that so you have to imagine this kind of mesmerizing entity, the Celeb King,
yeah.
as a kid, a younger person, and she witnessed it. She touched it. She absorbed it. And what people when they meet the Celeb King, you get absorbed my fluids first.
Okay.
I exude this like
Ooze or
not an ooze. It's just like I have. If you put like what's the aura? How you can see someone's aura
chakras
or heat. Anyway, if you are able to
Like a PET scan?
no, just
For
listen.
cancers?
If you're not,
like the predator, like the predator.
yeah, like the predator.
the predator.
Yeah, like the predator. Why didn't you say that earlier? Like the predator, right?
okay.
Right.
Like the infrared stuff.
The infrared
Infrared,
stuff.
there we
Yeah, my infrared heat
Mine's hilarious.
from my body is triple the amount of a normal human being.
So
Did you know that?
Just red.
It's pure red, right? And it's hate. It's a lot of it's hate.
Okay. Well, that
Hate
sucks.
energy and anger and rage. And what happens is that people, when they get too close to the Celeb King, they absorb some of my heat, which then turns to liquid, which then gets absorbed into their skin, and then they become infected.
In a good way.
Bad and good.
Oh,
Some people have died.
that's really bad.
Yeah. Some people died. But like Mitzi's witnessed it, and even the 5 minutes. And so, she made me a regular, and then over the years, she used to come down to La Jolla in her limo. She had this brown limo. And my old friend Freddie Soto used to be her limo driver. And we would go to this steakhouse called Bully's. And we would eat, and she would say wise knowledge like, it is a sin to support mediocrity. You know what makes a star? Half the people have to love you, but the other half the people have to hate you at the same time. Like the different things that I still believe today. And she passed away Wednesday, and I, like a fucking asshole, didn't go to the service because I had to go to Denver.
That's not true. That's not how it went down.
Well, I mean, she passed. I flew to Denver. Well, then I called my agents and Abby.
You were on your way to the airport when you found out that she had passed, and there was a whole, discussion of should I come back, should I fly back, should I do all of that.
Yeah, but then when Paulie told me Friday was the service,
You were already in Denver.
I understand that, but should I have flown back?
But she's Jewish, right? So they don't believe in embalming and they don't believe in any of that. So they have to bury the body almost immediately. So I think that my very close Jewish friend Shandy was telling me that it's more important to sit Shiva, and it's like after the burial. So actually the days following is more of like a personal, would mean more if you show
Well,
up
I'm
for
not
that.
invited to any of that. No Shiva, no nothing. Because I missed out on Friday, and I feel bad about it. What am I going to do, though? And also, FYI, for your information.
Learn that right now, guys.
Learn it, guys.
Write it down.
It's new.
It's fresh. It's fresh.
LOL. Laugh out loud.
Write that down, too.
Write that down. It's new. All right? Is that the people that came out to Denver, I'm telling you right now, that's probably the best city to do stand-up.
Oh, wow.
Every show was sold out. 90% TigerBelly fans.
Wow.
It was fucking epic and amazing. And it was just a great show. Every show was great. And I think I performed for Mitzi, but God bless her soul. And I don't know why I just laughed there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And, now the fear is Paulie going to turn the Comedy Store into a strip club or a hotel?
Yes.
You think so? I don't think so, but
Wait, she owned it up until the day she died, and then you don't know like what's in the will, like what she wanted for the club?
I don't know the logistics of who got what and what decisions are being made, but I'm just going to put it this way. If Paulie's listening or anyone that has any decision making is listening, if you close that club, you're fucking everyone. You're fucking the comedy community.
I think you're fucking comedy in general.
That's a conversation right now?
I mean, that's the fear of a lot of comics, that Mitzi's passed, and now, because she obviously, that's her dream. That's who she is. The Comedy Store is an extension of her. I don't know where Peter, Paulie's brother, is not a stand-up. Although he's a nice guy. They're all nice. I like them all. But, in fact, I love them all. It's more love. But if they close that place, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think it'll really screw comedy over. Because there's only 2 other clubs in LA, really. And those clubs will be just, I imagine, saturated with people. Because we would have to all go to either the Laugh Factory or the Improv and split it.
And especially hard for you because you grew up in the Comedy Store.
It really is. I mean, if anyone knows me, I'm there every night. I know every crevice of that club, from the basement to the ceiling, from the top floor. I know the last 25 years, everyone that's ever worked there.
Have you guys ever had Bobby give you the tour of the Comedy Store?
Not the
Oh
full
my
tour.
God.
Quick one.
You got to do the tour. I do the tour.
And every time I walk with whoever he's touring, because he knows, he's not lying, he knows every bit of information about every tile on the floor. And
Even events that have happened. A rape happened here.
It's the exact spot.
Yeah,
right
this
here.
is where people die. Like there was a shootout here. This guy jumped off the roof of the Hyatt. That he landed right here. I mean, these are things that are real. This is where you find the ghosts. Gus. There's Gus the ghost.
You would
What's
make
that
a
sto-
really
what's that
good
story?
tour guide.
What?
What's that story? Gus the Ghost.
You don't know Gus? Oh, guys. Gus is a ghost that haunts the Comedy Store. He's our buddy.
Oh, he's friends with you.
No, he's evil.
God. Why would you say he's your buddy?
He's broke a guy's spine.
Wait, what?
Pete Gray. He broke a spine, bro. What?
Okay, so it's not like Casper. This is like...
No, this is not Casper,
This is
dude.
like,
It's Gus. I told you.
Okay.
Yeah, Casper's in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Going, dude, I'm sucking off dicks. You know what I mean?
Devon Sawa. Ooh, dreamy.
No, their Comedy Store in the 50s used to be called Ciro's. It was a nightclub. It was mob run. Apparently, this guy named Gus, who was a mafia guy, he got killed there. and then his ghost haunts the Comedy Store. And when Carl LeBeau and Sam Kinison, they were called the Houston Boys, and Bill Hicks as well, when they came down from Houston to the Comedy Store, Sam and Carl didn't have any money, so they slept on the main room stage. They would sneak in the club and sleep there. And Carl told me personally that one night he was awoken to Sam being levitated by his ankle upside down off the ground on the main stage while he was sleeping. Jeez. And he was dropped. And Carl told me about Gus. And then Blake Clark, who was another guy from the 80s, he used to never go down to the cellar because he saw Gus there a couple times. And then...
What does Gus look like?
He's got a top hat, a yellow suit, top hat, faceless.
What era?
50s.
Oh, the 50s.
Yeah.
No, so I know, but the top hat in the 50s?
It was like not a top hat. It was just like a mafia hat.
Oh. Like the shorter one.
Yeah, short one.
Okay.
Not a Abe Lincoln.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
Wilcox.
not.
I'm Gus.
Yeah. And then there was this guy named Pete Gray who was a comic there in the 90s. He was a doorman, and he was in the belly room, and he did a good spot. And he was walking down the green room and then the showroom. There's a little hallway there. You know the hallway? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was levitated. His head hit the ceiling, and he broke his spine.
What did Gus have against Pete?
Pete was shifty.
Oh.
And then me and Johnny Sanchez saw Gus one night. We had a gig in Bakersfield. This is in the late 90s. And I left my truck in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And then Johnny drove us to the gig. We came back. It was like 4 a.m. And then we both were talking, and then we looked up at, I don't know why, but at the top window. And we saw a man up there, his hands on the glass, but he had no face and a top hat. And he was just peeking down at us. And then we looked at each other, we screamed, we looked back up, it was gone. And then that was Gus.
And you both saw it.
Yeah, Johnny and I will both talk about it, yeah. Yeah, we both saw it. Why are you questioning it?
It's just a question.
So do you fully believe in ghosts?
No. I don't believe in it at all. But I believe in that.
And what, just Gus?
It's like the Slender
I
Man.
think Gus is the only one.
In the whole world?
One ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And here's another thing that people don't know. That Mitzi's office, the 25 years I've lived there, worked there, I've never seen her. I know where the office is. I know where the door is. It's a door, and there's a stained glass kind of window thing, so you can look at certain glasses and look into the room. But apparently I haven't opened it in almost 30 years because there's not Gus, but another entity in there that's levitates phones and books and
what the?
Yeah, and she hired an exorcist every year, apparently for many years, to clean the room. Mm. And here's the craziest thing I saw. I don't even, have I talked about this?
What?
The people in the cloaks?
No.
I never talked about the cloaks.
No.
I feel so scared right now.
Why?
I feel like we're taking ghost stories.
All right. This is the scariest.
Should dim the lights.
So one night at 2-3 in the morning, I was still there hanging out. And I'm like, why come we're not closing up? And one of the managers there, guy named Don Richardson, he said, yo, man, there's something going on. He's black.
Oh,
That's
is this a seance?
I got it with the yo
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
The seance?
Yeah. He goes, yo, man. He goes, yo, man. What's up?
Oh, black. Yeah, for sure black. And first I was like, is he Asian? No, black.
I'm kidding. I'm just so racist. I'm sorry. And he goes, hey, man.
No.
Yeah.
No,
He was normal. He was normal.
Do it the other way.
He goes, hey, man. Hey, buddy. We can't close up right now because there's something going on upstairs. So he goes, but don't go up there. And I go, why? But there's a back way to sneak up. So I snuck up there, and that back door was open, and I crawled and to look to see what was going on in there. And there was 12 people in there wearing cloaks with the hood and everything. And there was candles around, and they were chanting.
When you say cloaks with the hood, the KKK.
No, not KKK.
I was gonna say, what color cloaks?
No. They're more like wizard shit.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, with like more
So it's a
wizard,
seance.
purpley
Purple.
cloaks.
Doctor
Was it
Strange.
like-
Yeah, they're
Doctor
not-
Was
Strange.
it like a sexual thing? Like, was it eyes wide shut, or was it more like they were trying to conjure a spirit?
Well, no,
of
it
sorts?
was It was 12 people trying to conjure Andy Kaufman
Oh.
What?
because when I stayed there that night to see who walked down, me and a couple of comics, and one of them was Lily Tomlin,
I love her.
and the other one was Bob Zamuda, Andy's best friend.
So, do you think that if we were to ask Lily Tomlin point blank,
Lily
have you ever
Tomlin.
tried to bring Andy Kaufman's spirit to the present world? She would say, yes, I did.
I think she would, yeah.
That
Because-
makes her even like that makes her infinitely cooler in my book.
And I believe that they did contact him.
So you believe in that stuff. So you believe in just one ghost named Gus
Yeah.
that lives in this world. All the others live in another world, and you got to bring him back.
Well, I can only attest to Gus, and then when I was in high school, my brother and I, our house was haunted. The half, remember, my brother and I were both possessed.
Did
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
also build another part of the house where you guys stayed in?
They built an extension to the house. Yeah,
To-
yeah. My point is that so I can only, confirm the Rancho Bernardo house where I lived, and Gus because of the only two entities that I've encountered. Now, if there are other entities and I encounter them, then I will, pay homage to them. Is that the right word?
I like that version though.
Homage. And I will,
Homage.
I will bow and I will go, welcome to this realm. Just don't possess me, please, or stigmata me because I don't want it. I already have liver spots on my face.
They're
'cause I'm getting older.
freckles.
Oh, thank you. So, so that place is just if you're ever in LA, TigerBelly fans, and if you ever want to visit the Slep King and you want some aura on you,
Ew.
some juicy aura on you,
Get some of that red.
then come by. But this is a very sad time, and I thank her if she's listening from up or down wherever she is. And I love you, and I miss you, and thank you so much for saying that I was a regular, because that prompted me to move to LA, and I met the love of my life, Khalyla, in LA. I met two comrades, George and Gilbert, in LA, and this is the life that I live.
I'm getting choked up a little
And
bit.
it's a great life, but it's her that made that decision, because without her I would not be here.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a really sad time for me, but what are you gonna do? That's life. My brother Steve was scared of her
Really?
What was
Yeah.
your encounters in the past?
because I don't, Pauly Shore and the Shores, they specifically have this obsession with Asians.
Yeah, we talked about
Chinese,
that.
babe.
Yeah. They have this really Mitzi. It came from Mitzi though. She has this obsession with Asians.
Oh, the Thai workers, right?
Yeah, so she would go, Steve, come here. You want to work here? You shouldn't get a job here. What do you want to do? Manage? And my brother's like, no, what? I'm
I've
telling you,
never
right?
heard this,
Yeah.
yeah.
She would always offer my brother a job.
She's trying to collect.
Yeah, and then one day,
Asian.
Collect Asians, yeah.
Paulie goes, dude, come over to my house for Thanksgiving. My mom's here. So I dragged my brother Steve there, right? And we're sitting.
Are you the only Asians?
Yeah, we're sitting at this table. I think, there's other comics there. And we're eating turkey. And I'm sitting next to Mitzi, right? And my brother and I are eating. And then we hear this clack, 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 like something clacking the table. Like, clack, 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 like that, right?
Yeah.
And I look over, and Mitzi has her one foot on the table. And she grew her fucking toenails so long that she was clacking against this table, right?
like that.
Yeah, and like my brother and I just couldn't eat after that.
Oh.
And it's not you can't
Wait,
even.
she put it on the table and everyone was sitting there.
Yeah, and she was like that, right?
Ah.
And you can't go to Mitzi and go, hey, can you stop that? That's fucking weird. I can't eat.
It just shows you how much of a boss she is.
No, you just have. Yeah, she just does what she wants.
She's the queen.
She
yeah.
just did that, and I was just sitting there going, okay, I'm done.
Can't eat this
I
turkey.
can't eat this turkey
There's a
anymore.
witch's foot on the table.
You don't call her a witch, man.
Oh, no.
Gil.
Don't
Too
call her a
soon.
witch, bro.
Too soon, Gil.
Too soon, sorry.
All right.
I apologize. Shout out to Alfred as well.
But she did have that look though. She would wear 40 scarves around her like body, and toward the end she would have this long hair that over her face, and she kind of hunchy, and with all those scarves and her hair like kind of hair and her dementia a little bit, it was pretty scary and sad. And after a while, I stopped saying hello because she just didn't know who I was anymore.
Sad.
It's like when I said hi to Paul Mooney a couple of months ago. And I go, hey, Paul. And he goes, who you? And he forgot me because he too is going through some sort of dementia.
Oh, that's so sad.
So it's sad, when people get to that age and that happens,
Yeah.
But on other news...
Sounds like a YouTube news show.
Last
and
Tuesday,
other news.
we went to Disneyland. Khalyla and I, because her sisters from Philippines,
Yeah.
Honey, and the 2 kids and the husband, Giovanni,
Yeah.
and the 2 kids, we went to Disneyland. And I have to say, I've been to Disneyland thousands of times before. That could quite possibly have been my favorite time at Disneyland.
Why?
There was something about the 2 kids because they're from the Philippines. They're from Mud Island. They're from Mud Island, right?
Cebu City.
Yeah, whatever, Mud Island,
Mud
and
Island,
they
Mud
don't
Island.
have much there. They have these brown rivers,
Mud.
right? Yeah, and they have
Beautiful beaches.
beautiful trees and
beautiful
and beaches.
They have fruits.
But they
Coastline.
don't have a Disneyland in the Philippines.
We don't. We used to have this thing called Enchanted Kingdom, like back in the day.
It's like a knockoff.
And then we have a few things in Manila. The closest one is in Hong Kong, and we have a Disneyland in Hong Kong. Well, not we. I mean, there's a Disneyland in Hong Kong.
You're
That's
not
2 hours
Chinese.
flight away.
There's a Disneyland in China.
In Hong Kong.
Is that China?
yeah.
Technically, but I can't say it. I don't know why. It's
Yeah.
Hong Kong to me.
Yeah, it's China.
Because when I was growing up there,
Yeah.
and it still belonged. It still belonged.
You
to
know who
Great
else has a
Britain.
Disneyland? Russia, because they can go to Hong Kong. Everyone has a Disneyland then.
Technically, because there's like
I mean,
in
come
Europe they
on.
have a
Yeah.
Disneyland,
Yeah.
but it doesn't quite compare. I think to
No,
the
the
US.
Ching Chong fucking Disneyland doesn't compare.
It's not the same.
It's not the
Maybe
same.
Maybe not.
And then what? Is Mickey like scared because he's gonna get eaten by the Chinese?
What? Mickey's a mouse.
The Chinese eats anything that moves.
Oh,
I always joked if E.T. was set in China, the movie would be 3 minutes long.
It's done.
You would go E.T. phone, and then they would just cook it and it'd be eaten. That movie would be 3 minutes long. There would be no fucking mouse, duck, anything walking around the fucking Hong Kong Disneyland. They'd be eaten.
I love Hong Kong.
Yeah, they eat anything that fucking moves. They have a fucking restaurant in China that their specific thing they do is serve animal penis.
I'm not surprised.
What's
yeah.
wrong with that?
He's just trying to
Like, what is wrong with like lunch show
fucking
and like
gay,
bull
dude.
testicles or?
It's not only gay, it's bestiality.
You're not sucking it for pleasure.
That's what
You're eating
I
it
suck
for-
on the meat. I suck on the meat to absorb the flavors.
When you eat my pussy, are you doing it for nourishment?
No, for fucking vitamins.
Yeah, so yes, it's nourishment.
It's
vitamins.
It is vitamins, yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Khalyla's Pussy.
Yeah.
For
But I
vitamins.
had a great time at Disneyland, and then we went over to California Dreamin'. What's that place called?
Adventure.
Whatever, I call it California Dreamin'.
California Dream.
And I love California Dreamin' because they have a great ride there that we rode, and it's
It's
called
new.
It's new. It's called the Guardians of Galaxy,
Ooh.
based on the movie franchise. And I have to say, it was a pleasurable ride. It was scary.
It wasn't pleasurable.
We were screaming.
I was.
That's fun.
I thought
But
I
it's
was
so
dying.
fun.
It's basically like the Tower of Terror, but I feel like it's scarier. But the world that they recreated was so awesome. With Rocket like talking to you and all of that.
Oh, they're all talking to you while you're on the ride.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but
cool.
then it has that same. I'm sorry, I don't do good with like G forces and all of that. I was crouched over.
Yeah.
I thought my heart was gonna give out.
And I'm going to ask you, Khalyla, why was it the mainly fun for me at Disneyland?
I want to know why now.
You guys have to know this about Bobby. You know how You know how when he first got Mad TV, he would do laps around the West Covina Mall and hopefully get recognized by like Mexicans, right? In Disneyland,
It's an echo chamber.
every
isn't it?
3 steps he takes, it's Bobby Lee, and he is just on a high for 10 hours straight. He is taking pictures.
I
with
give
everybody.
winks to anyone I'm with.
Yeah.
I go wink, wink, and I
With the
milk
sound?
it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and
I milk
he
it.
doesn't try to be discreet
I
or
don't
try
discreet it, no.
incognito. He
Full-blown
walks
photo shoots.
right in the middle. He wants to be seen.
Form a line right here.
Yeah, I mean that's what he loves. It makes him so happy. And I think.
But I do it in a joking way.
I think no.
No, I don't.
She
no,
goes, no.
bitch, I don't do it fucking for like, you know what I mean, my own soul. I do it so I could just rub it into whoever I'm, as a joke in front of my people I'm with. I go, yeah, you know what I mean. I do it for laughs. I don't do it for pleasure.
Feels good a little bit.
But I mean, it's got to feel good. I mean, I don't blame you.
It doesn't feel good at all.
I hate it. I cry.
I hate it,
after.
man. But yeah, that was really fun. And then I'm gonna say one last thing about that day. Is we went to, I don't care what you say, but that restaurant just topped it off for me.
What would I have said? It was delicious.
I know, but I think that you're not giving it what it was.
I
It was
thought
the best.
Good. It wasn't the best.
I think it was one of the
and
best.
I'll tell you why it wasn't the best. And I couldn't give you a proper assessment of because I don't eat. I'm not eating meat currently, and it was a steakhouse, so I ordered.
Well, there you go.
Don't
Like-
lie.
There you go.
Well, how could I have
There
been
you
like,
go.
oh yeah, it was the greatest steak when I wasn't eating the steak. I was eating like
Yeah.
the potatoes and stuff.
But okay, so I want to make an announcement as well. Is this weekend? I'm at the Ontario Improv.
Not this weekend.
What-
The next weekend,
the
27th through the
weekend after.
29th, right?
No, it's this weekend.
What?
Should I check your website?
It has to be this week. Tell me
Why?
it's this. It has to be this weekend because I didn't call in.
Sweetie, why did you do that?
Go look.
Tours. Let's see. This is a great website. BobbyLeeLive.com.
We're going to take a moment for our sponsors while
Yeah,
we
yeah,
figure
yeah,
this
yeah,
out.
yeah. Guess what? Brooklyn, the softest napkin. Oh, forget it. Let's start.
No, it's a human napkin.
Let's start
It's a human
over.
napkin.
Can we edit it? Start it over. Ready?
kinda keep-
1, 2, 3. Brooklyn,
Yeah.
the softest sheets in the whole wide world. It's like a baby's bottom. I've never felt a baby's bottom, but
Minus the poop.
I just assume it's soft. Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, it's like Brooklyn and sheets. It's like having Asian skin.
Oh yeah.
Asian skin is soft,
What's
right?
that like?
Asian skin's like the softest. It's it's evolved skin.
Yeah.
It's the next
Poreless.
mutation in human evolution. It is, and Brooklinen is human skin, but on your body when you sleep, guys. Asian skin, and it is the only stuff that I use. It's the only
Sheets.
sheets I use.
Human
You're
napkins.
saying napkin?
Yeah, because I keep thinking human skin. Yeah, human skin. And,
It's the only skin you wear.
it's the only skin I wear, guys.
See how much
No, it really is. It's the best sheets in the business, and then we use it all the time, and it's you just gotta have to fucking do it.
Try it. Brooklyn sheets are the best and the most comfortable sheets he's ever slept on. Brooklinen.com has an exclusive offer just for TigerBelly listeners. Get $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code TigerBelly at Brooklinen.com.
Ooh, is that a new promo code?
It is a new one, George.
It's a brand new one, guys.
Brooklinen is so confident that they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all their sheets and comforters.
Risk-free?
Risk-free.
It's called risk-free, guys.
The only way to get
There's
$20
no risk. That's
off,
what it means. No risk.
The only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code TigerBelly at Brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code TigerBelly. Brooklinen. These are the best sheets ever.
In the world.
Oh, I love Brooklinen.
It's the best.
It's the best sheets ever.
Ever. Oh, so okay, we got it wrong. I'm not at the Ontario Improv this week, but I'm in it the next weekend, and I really think that here's what happened. Do you remember the guy that when Brody Stevens did this show, we talked about my neighbor in Silver Lake? Remember the guy that said He would come to my apartment and go, I killed, and he didn't kill.
Oh,
that
yeah,
comment.
yeah.
So after that podcast was aired, he texted me out of nowhere. I haven't talked to this guy in 12 years.
Read the text.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to read it to you. And this is, so he is now opening for me in Ontario. So this is what hey, Bobby, I want to be honest with you about my feelings. You mentioned me on your podcast. I was surprised you only mentioned my showing you set VHSs saying that I killed and then said I really bombed, and not putting me or our interactions on the time frame of what that was in context. That was easily 15 to 17 years ago. I was barely a few years into stand-up, and you were a veteran already. I thought we had at least a casual acquaintance friendship. How have I wronged you in some way over the years? Please let me know. I've barely seen you in the last many years. You're a famous comedian and I'm an unknown. So you think it's cool to talk to me only that harshly in a critical way? I'm doing a warm-up set for Roast Battle Tuesday, March 13th. Come on by if you want to see the comedy Adam Grotme actually does now.
He got his feelings hurt. I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
so then I texted him. I go, I'm sorry. And I go, you want to open?
I think that's fair.
And he goes, yeah.
Dope.
So now he's
Good.
going to open for me. And I'm going to tell you right now, if he's better than George, I'm going to rub it in George's face.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's
No, but
you know, what he's
But
saying is fair though. 15
it's
to
fair.
17
it
years
was 17
ago.
years ago. It's fair what he just said. And he's a nice guy. And I might have fucked up.
You wronged him.
I wronged him.
Yeah.
And many people I wrong on the show.
But
Okay.
it's retro. You know, you're making a.
And I'm gonna make some. You know what? I'm gonna make some apologies already right now since we're on the fucking train.
some amends.
I apologize to John Caparillo.
Oh wow, that's a big one.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
I've been reflecting about our friendship. At the end of the day, the past is the past. I know he hates me, but I want to make amends. I'm sorry.
For what?
I don't know.
Just cool.
I'm just gonna do it.
A lot of
Yeah, I'm just doing it right. I want to make amends. I've talked bad about Christopher Titus because he doesn't like me. But you know what, Christopher? I like you. I'm a big fan of your comedy. And I have no hard feelings.
You can open for Bobby.
You can no. He's a headliner.
headliner.
He's a full-blown headliner. And that's how wars begin. You fucking cocksucker. All right. Who else do I have beef with?
Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
Brooke
Yeah,
Shields.
what are you gonna say about Brooke Shields?
You didn't talk to me when I did that pilot with you years ago. New car smell. No, fuck it. Fuck her. Fuck her. I don't give a fuck about no Brooke Shields.
Sorry, Brooke.
Sorry, Brooke. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. So
Speaking of apologies
What?
and saying sorry, should we get into an apology that we received recently?
oh my God. So I don't know if you guys know
Oh
this.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but remember that whole viral thing that happened on the internet,
Reddit. Yeah.
Reddit and whatnot, about Khalyla being a
Only being with you for money.
only being with me for money and yada yada yada. Well, I mean, we actually got an email from the guy that started that whole rumor.
So a lot of people were able to corroborate that this was, it's funny when I put out the whole help me find who this guy is. Most of the people was like, I don't want the money, but here's the guy who did it. So they gave me his information. But last week while I was in San Francisco, the guy actually emailed us.
Would you like the email?
Sure.
Without his name?
Definitely do not give his name. He doesn't deserve it.
Hi, Bobby and Khalyla. As the title says, I posted that video to Reddit, and I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm happy to come on your podcast and give you the reason why I did it.
Hold on, can I just say something
piece
before
of
you
shit.
continue?
Already.
He's a
that's
piece of
like-
shit.
Already.
He's a piece of shit, this guy.
You want to say something?
He bit the bait. When I put out the bait saying, remember, and you were like, what are you going to do? Wrath? And I was like, no, I want him on the podcast. And I really don't want him on a podcast. It was just the bait because I know that if given the opportunity, this guy would eventually come forward because you want to be on a podcast.
But he also doesn't live here. He lives in Australia.
Yeah, he's from Australia.
So what? He's gonna fly over here and do our fucking podcast?
I bet you he would. You can do our podcast if we just bleep your name and you wear a ski mask.
He would change your voice.
And then when you promote your channel, we bleep that out too.
And we modulate your voice. I was
title says. I posted this video on Reddit.
However, you may find the reason why I did it. However, you might find it a little anticlimactic. Climatic. Ugh. I thought about.
You know what? Start from the beginning because you don't know the fuck you know how to read.
Sorry.
You fucking read it, you fucking piece of shit. What's wrong with you right now, dude? Are you fucking on drugs?
I don't know, man.
Read it, dude.
As the title says, I posted that video to Reddit, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm happy to come on your podcast and give the reason why I did it. However, you might find it a little anticlimactic. I thought about why I did post it, and I honestly can't explain why. It just seems so shocking, I wanted to share it. In the same manner, people share videos of car crashes. Before I saw this video, Before I saw this video, I saw another 10.
Always sharing car crash videos. That's what I do.
I saw another 10-minute version that started at the same point in the podcast, and I was waiting for someone to start laughing. But when the laughter never came, and then I saw the look on Bobby's face, I felt awful. Then I go down into the comment section to see the link to the video I later posted to Reddit. As for why I chose the title I did, I can't entirely remember, but from my
Hold on, can you read that slowly again?
As for why I chose the title I did.
Which was Bobby Lee's wife admits to only being with him for his money. Okay, read that again.
And his reason, I can't entirely remember. But from my memory, it was roughly the same as the comment liking the video. I should have sought to seek full context and not just posted it out of context clip with a clickbaity title.
Okay, so he admits it's
that it was
clickbaity.
clickbaity. Again, I'm sorry I posted it. I'm glad your relationship is strong and you have loyal fans. Regards, blank name. P.S. If you do want me to do your podcast, just a heads up.
Shit. God, shut the fuck up.
I have a comedy YouTube channel. I thought I'd tell you this so you don't find out later and think I want to plug my channel on your podcast.
Did you see the wait, did you see the YouTube channel?
Is it good?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to watch
Wait,
it.
I sent you the picture of the guy.
I know. I saw the picture, but I mean, is this content funny?
I don't know.
We should look at that.
I should read the last sentence, though.
What is it?
I never thought the post would blow up, or you'd see it, or any of this would happen, and I certainly don't want to leverage this to my own benefit.
Well,
But
it didn't. It didn't. You didn't leverage it. In fact, what you did though was you made me an enemy of you. You made me an enemy of you, and that's not. If that's what you want to do, then we'll have a war.
And then
You want to fuck around with my personal life, bitch?
you made me shit blood for an entire week, and that's
You
not
fucked her
even
up for a
figurative.
week, you piece of shit.
I've had to put suppositories up my ass because I think I cried so much over it.
She cried every day because of it.
If you search my name now, that's like the top thing for like the rest of my life, right? It's inescapable, and something for him to say that I didn't even know what I was thinking, and I didn't know it was gonna blow up. And sorry for the clickbaity title. It's so like reckless, and you don't know what kind of like life you're destroying, you know. And I'm sorry for taking it or not, you know, doing. Oh, by the way, you have great fans. Like, God, fuck. My asshole's bleeding, bro.
I just want to say this right now. I'm sorry. Just a side note.
Barbara Bush died.
Yeah. But this is how Barbara Bush just died. Okay, she was 92 years old. God rest her soul.
Let me guess. That fan posted it.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Rest in peace,
I'm
though.
going to just say this. This infuriates me, right? Because he posted that Barbara Bush dies, but he not one post that Mitzi died.
Wasn't he a La Jolla
Yes,
comedy
he still
store?
plays there at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Not one post. Look at his fucking thing of Mitzi Shore passing away, but this fucking old Republican, which she's a nice lady.
She
She's
seems
a nice
like
woman.
She's a nice lady.
Rest in peace,
Yeah,
Barbara.
yeah.
Wait, hang on. Did Mitzi pass him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Oh.
You bite the hand that feeds, huh?
That just absolutely infuriated me. No, I can't say anything, you know.
Yeah.
I just said it out loud on my podcast, but I can't say anything else, you know, but it just infuriates me. But you know, it's sad that Barbara Bush died.
Maybe Barbara Bush means more to him than, you know, what he thinks Mitzi meant to him.
It is odd that he would post that. You know, I remember watching her. This is his thing. I remember watching her on TV and seeing her on the newspapers when I was a little kid. Former First Lady Barbara Bush. You remember that, huh? Do you remember Mitzi Shore passing you fucking guy? My love.
One day we're
Dad fan, my love.
My love.
okay. You
What?
keep doing this, and then at the end of the episode, you can be like, "You guys got to cut that out."
No.
This one's
This one, no, because, I noticed that he did not, and I'm just saying, but he doesn't do it. I thought to myself, he doesn't do people dying, right?
He did, because David Bowie, he did, and he was like, "My favorite."
Right.
My favorite song is "Under Pressure."
Yeah, but yeah.
you guys.
The first comment is that it's a hoax. She didn't die.
Oh yeah, because I know that she's been ill.
She didn't die, did she?
The first comment on his Instagram is that it's a hoax. This will probably be down by the time this comes out, and nobody will understand what we're talking
Barbara,
about.
let's look at Barbara Bush.
I
Let's
read
look it
news
up.
that she's ill and that she's in hospice.
There's no other article on the top stories that says she's died.
Barbara Bush in great spirits and feisty, source says. Oh my god! Oh my
I have
god!
to keep this.
And this is the last time you get your news from
Do not get your news from Dad Fan's Instagram. That's the number one rule. Oh my god!
Barbara Bush, well alive.
Yeah.
Doing backflips.
That makes me even angrier, right? He posts, a woman that's not even dead before Mitzi. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
That is hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. But enough about him. Enough about him and his antics. I do love him. I do love him.
I know.
You know that.
We know that.
You know that. And
like a moth to a flame.
like a moth to a flame. I love him, and I hope he is around for a very long time. I also, aside from the tragic Mitzi experience this week, I realized that, and this is gonna sound, I don't know how to put it, but I don't think that I can live without Khalyla.
What happened?
Because she went to San Francisco for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't eat. I didn't know what to do. I think throughout the house, sometimes I would yell out, "Hello?" No, just randomly, I would just go, "Hello."
How do you sleep?
Waiting for a response.
I didn't sleep good. I need her she smells like coconuts, I need that coconutty, nutty smell.
Yeah.
Next to me, her feet are wet.
I need that.
I need that around,
On the
And
day that- go ahead.
And also just in terms of eating,
Survive.
I don't know how to eat without her.
Just run right through your third day. What was your third day like?
You know what he did? Okay, well, before my flight, I was about to go walk out the door. And while I was getting ready, while I was packing, he was following me around the house like a puppy dog at 9 a.m. He never wakes up at 9 a.m. He
Yeah.
usually gets up at 4 p.m. And I'm like, "What's up? Like, what are you doing? Do you think you can just cook me a few burgers before you leave, or else I won't eat all day?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, okay." I turned the oven on, got him his meals, meal prepped him basically.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of those 3 days, he called and texted Jenna for everything he needed. So
Yeah.
Jenna was basically his
You were in a dark place then.
my proxy. And Jenna texted me.
Imagine how dark I have to be.
to call Jenna.
Yeah.
To interact with her.
Jenna was like, "Look, he has never texted me in 7 years that I've known
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He has never replied to a text. And the first thing he does when you leave is, Jenna, can you come over for food to walk
It's
the
like
dogs?"
a KKK member calling a black guy to help him.
Because he's so yeah.
Yeah, or a Jew. You know what I mean? "Hey man, I can't eat. Can you just
Yeah.
come over?" Yeah.
And from San Francisco, he would call me and he would, "Babe, can you order me food?"
Yeah.
From
So
San
she would
Francisco?
Postmate me. She would order me food from San
San
Francisco.
So there I was
Yeah.
in freaking Muir Woods where I had shitty reception. And he's like, "Oh, you got to bring me food. I haven't eaten all day." And I had to
I can't
Postmates
function.
him.
I can't function. You know what also I want to do is I want to learn how to do Uber. I don't have Uber because of you.
Babe, I've asked you to get your
Yeah,
own
I don't know how to
Uber.
do. I don't know how to do anything without you.
Do you have Postmates?
I don't have Postmates with her.
He
I
did-
want to learn how to do all of that so that
In case.
in case Khalyla ever
Dies.
leaves or dies,
Yeah.
that I won't die as well.
I'll give you a tutorial.
Yeah, you need to do all that for me because I don't know how to function in life.
Oh, you would love
know?
Postmates. Just call whatever you want to your house.
And I also want to say this is that back to that guy from Australia that posted that thing and all the negative bullshit that Khalyla got, like just the thousands of because I'm getting a couple for splitting up together. Just like, I don't think that he can act that well, or like just a couple of things that I read online, and it throws me into a fucking depression. Just one comment, right, will spin me out of control. Wow. I don't think he's right for the show. And then it'll just go, oh my God, where's a shotgun? I'm going to shoot myself in the face. I'm going to walk into a suicide Japanese forest and just die. Right? And she had to deal with all that. So, you know, she's got a thick skin. You got to have a thick skin, man. I'm not good with trolls.
I do have a thick skin, and maybe I cried for about, just maybe one day intermittently.
Yeah.
But after I cried it out. I was like, you know what, I'm okay. But I honestly, like, it comes out through your asshole.
What does?
That
blood.
stress and that sadness eats away at your gut. And
You had diarrhea?
No, I just kept bleeding out my butt.
Oh my God.
The sadness caused me to bleed out my butt.
That's what Gilbert witnesses for the last 30 years. but he's from fucking ass pounding.
I'm like, God, so much stress on my butthole. There's so much blood.
No, man. I'm on to you, dude. I'm on to your ways, dude.
Gilbert is not, he was only gay for the first year of the podcast.
That's true.
I was getting my ass pounded only for
Right.
11 months max.
Why did we keep insisting you were gay for so long?
Yeah.
It was my clothing option. That's what
No.
Bobby said.
It's beyond that.
But I also want to say this to you, and I don't think I give you enough credit. Okay? Because I've been thinking about this a lot lately because of Mitzi's death. Both of you. Even you, man.
You're going to make it in stand-up.
What?
You're going to say something good about his stand-up?
No.
Oh.
He's terrible. He should never do it again. He should never go up on stage again. He's unwatchable. It's a sin.
He was going to say something nice, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought he was going to
No,
compliment stand-up.
you literally threw me out of it now.
So I thought you were going to
I was going into a real place.
You don't like it when he shares a compliment, huh?
Yeah, you just sabotaged it because I was going to give him a compliment.
I'm sorry, George.
And okay, I'm going to try again. I'm going to get back to that place.
Reset.
Okay, reset. Is that here's how my appreciation for George. When I did the H3 podcast, we drove together. We got in a car accident, by the way.
How?
Because he wasn't paying attention.
George, what
Bobby was driving.
It doesn't matter.
You were paying
attention.
attention. You were not.
I was just paid attention a little too late.
And also, by the way, great podcast.
Oh, that was
amazing,
great.
amazing people.
They're both fun.
I hopefully we'll have a good relationship with them over the years.
Yeah.
We have to have them both on ours. I really believe that.
Cool.
And it was a pleasure. But George, I just realized that none of this TigerBelly would happen without him. Mm-hmm. He is really the adhesive, the glue. Mm-hmm. And yes, he's ugly. Yes, his skin is just the worst kind of white. Yes. No, I'm being real.
Look at him, George. He's being honest.
Yeah, they're just, you're unfuckable. Absolutely unfuckable. But your personality's okay. It's an okay personality.
The worst kind of white.
I know, he's the worst kind of white. But thank you. No, I really do. But you still are.
Works hard.
Aside from all that stuff, you work hard. You're the adhesive. And I don't think that we could find anyone better than you to do this job as a producer.
The one thing that I give you a lot of credit for is that no matter how much everyone shits on you, you just let it roll off your shoulders like it's nothing.
No, he shits blood at his house.
Do you shit blood
every
when
day?
you get home?
Yeah, be real. Like, how do you feel about
when you go to
dealing
bed at
with
night
us?
and put your sleepy hat on?
How does that feel?
Do you go like, God, they were so mean to me today?
Just fine. I wonder, why do these other people take it seriously? Like this poor comic that I'd feel honored if you talked about me in 15 years and made fun of my comedy again. That's like what?
Oh shit.
It's
He
like
knows
what?
how to spin everything into a positive way.
Yeah, it's
like this
that's
guy
another
still
thing.
remembers
It's a
me.
tactic. It's a
Yeah.
tactic. Yeah. It's good.
And I mean, I do the whole yuck thing with you all day.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy when I do it. But some guy was like, you need to stop being a bitch to George. And then in my head, I'm
Like
like,
one of those weird questions I have with her to gross her out is, hey, would you ever suck George's dick? And she almost vomits.
I'm not supposed to tell him.
Yeah. But like you could see vomit almost coming out of her mouth.
Okay, well, that might be too far.
Yeah.
Well, also because I feel like a very brotherly connection with you.
Except for that time, Throwback Thursday, to when you had a
Disneyland?
dream about George.
I wouldn't
eating
call it
you
a dream. That was a
out.
nightmare.
I don't
That was
know.
a fucking nightmare. Disneyland when George.
Check the facts, guys. Check the facts. What episode was that? That was a long time back.
And you, Gilbert, may I direct my my love towards you?
Yes, Captain.
That's number one. Why? You're great. You call me Captain. You know, there's an odd respect that you have for me that I enjoy, but also you've earned my respect, my friend. And do I think that Gilbert Galandas is gonna make it in this business? I do. Do I think that you're funny? I do. Do I think that your heart is in the right place? Yes. And I just appreciate you, and I don't think that you too, that you've saved this podcast many of times. When things go awry, you always step up, and you know when to like fill in the gaps and whatnot, and I really appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
I'd like to point out a recent error of George, though.
Yeah.
There was about 3 weeks ago. He uploaded.
Does Bobby know this?
No,
Oh,
I never
God,
told
it's
him.
Fantastic. After the compliments, we tell him.
great.
Yeah, Bobby doesn't know this, but on an episode with, was it Joe? Who was our guest?
It was Joe.
Dumbfounded.
Oh, it's dumbfounded. You whipped your penis out, not to dumbfound it, but just like you pulled it out in your hand towards me.
You're like, I'm gonna take my dick out, and you did it.
And George did not blur it. And the episode had been uploaded, and we had to pull it down because so many people saw your little wiener. Not little. It was like not. I'm just saying it was not hard.
Choice of words, please.
It was
Wait, you showed my dick on the internet?
You showed your dick first. You know there's cameras here.
He knows how to spin it.
It is my fault ultimately, but I've.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me just say this.
It took a long time for me to slip up. Of all the blurs I have done, sir.
yeah.
It's a lot of blurs.
He's had to blur out your
I'm
dick
just
in
saying
every.
this right now, okay? If that ever happens again, you're out with me.
Oh my god.
Please don't leave if that happens again.
I'm telling you right now because that could potentially get me in a lot of trouble.
I know, but you weren't like showing your dick to anybody but me. You
It doesn't
actually just
matter. It
had
doesn't
in your
matter. It
hand.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm afraid I'm going to get fired from my show or
Yeah.
the backlash. It's just that it's one of the
Sacred.
It's a sacred entity. It's like showing somebody like, you know, the what the scrolls that they found. What's it?
Like an Elder Scrolls?
Not Elder Scrolls. What are those?
The 10 Commandments.
No, those scrolls that they found in
The Red Sea?
the Dead Sea.
yeah.
The Dead Sea.
Dead Sea Scrolls is what I meant to say.
Your scrotum is a Dead Sea Scroll.
It looks like algae. It looks like algae, doesn't
It looks
it?
like
Holding.
a seaweed.
Yeah.
Just one seaweed.
One seaweed. It's a magical item is basically what I'm saying, and it's got history, and it's ancient. It's wrinkly because it's wise.
Very,
Yeah.
very wise.
It's very wise, and it's omnipotent.
Ooh.
And there's a word for you. Just blur my dick out,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
And I have a message to Johanna Jędrzejczyk.
Ooh.
She lost to Rose Namajunas again. Rose definitely won that fight.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure. And and if you're listening, Johanna, get the fuck out of Florida. All right? Go back to Poland. Go with your old training partners. And you have to put yourself in a situation where you're hungry. Okay? And you're desperate. Because you were not you that fight. The last two fights. You looked terrible. Yes, she looked terrible. She split open Pene's face, Jessica Pena.
Yeah.
Penne.
Right?
Penne, yeah.
She beat Andrade decisively. She beat Claudia Gadelha decisively.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't believe
Twice.
that
Twice,
Rose
yeah.
Namajunas is just better than all of those girls that she defeated?
she's
That Joanna
also-
has.
I'm going to
defeated?
tell you right now that Rose lost to Khalyla.
Yeah, but there's Rose is in an upward trajectory in terms of putting together her skill set and then gaining that confidence and just getting. She's such a young girl. She's just improving.
Well, we'll have to see who she fights next. If she fights
Andrade
or
Huge.
Claudia,
They're huge.
and she can, and she can really like demonstrate that she really is champion, then she'll have all my respect. And I'm not taking anything away from Rose. I'm a huge Rose fan. But what I'm saying is that this is more for Johanna. I don't care if you lose. She just doesn't look like herself.
She can get it back though.
I don't know. I mean, she's not going to get another title shot.
You think it's ATT?
I think it's ATT. I think that I saw her at the NASCAR races. I see her at fancy dinners.
Having fun.
You got to go to Poland and do the Rocky Balboa style. Yes. Yes.
Connor kind of did it for the second Nate Diaz. He was like, no media, no nothing, train in Ireland. That's it.
But the girl can have fun in between.
I know.
You're just supposed to focus. I think that you have a higher burnout rate or probability for like burning
Your
out. if you just
family's in
stay at the
Poland.
gym
Go with
all
your
day.
family, hang out,
Her
train.
sister like comes over and God, we're so sweetie. She lost the fight. It doesn't mean that she's not one of the greatest female, just fighters in general that's ever existed. You just want her back in Poland because I don't know what you have against her enjoying her life in Florida. You're not liking the new Joanna. I know you. You don't like the selfies. You don't like the whole like
A lot of social media.
social
these
media
days.
thing. You liked it when she was just this.
I don't like that right after the fight she's doing selfies with her team. It's like you're supposed to be one of the best. She's not old. She too should be in her prime.
She is in her prime.
She's not. She looked terrible.
I don't think she looked terrible.
I think
Rose
she
just
did.
got the best of her.
No, the first 2 rounds were terrible.
Wow.
And then in the 5th round she was terrible.
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we kind of called
And
it.
I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna get this off my chest. My encounter with Michael Bisping.
Oh my God!
I saw
Yes.
the picture. How did that happen?
Michael Bisping did not want to take a picture with Bobby.
For real?
It's for real.
So I'm at the Comedy Store. Michael Bisping is walking in the hallway, and a huge MMA fan. I go, hey dude, can I get a photo? He goes, nah, mate.
Did he just see you on stage or not yet?
No, he didn't even know it was a stand-up. He thought I was just like a doorman or something. So he walked into the kitchen, right, where Joey Diaz was, and he goes, Joey, and they hug. So I go, this is my opportunity. I walk up to Joey Diaz while Michael Bisping's there, and I go, tell this guy who I am. Like I'm legitimately a comedian. I'm
you
not
say
like an
it?
open micer.
Out loud?
Yeah, and then Joey goes, no, this guy. He's good. He's a regular. He's one of the best, And then Michael goes, oh, you want a photo? Take a fucking photo.
One eye.
And then I didn't even post it because it felt like
Weird.
I
Oh,
sucked
weird.
his dick for a fucking photo.
you know what? I'm gonna post it on TigerBelly.
You have to.
Yeah, you can post it on
He
TigerBelly.
looked genuinely happy to stand beside
I
me
understand,
next
but
to you.
he treated me like I was just a regular person, which I am. But in a comedy club,
not at Disneyland.
Yep, it's like if I went to a UFC event, right, and Michael Bisping saw me and said, "I'm a big fan," and me going, "No," because I'm in his house.
Yeah.
A UFC fight is his house. The Comedy Store is my house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a war with him.
Let's have him on the
I'm
podcast.
gonna have a war with Michael Bisping. Fuck that guy.
I feel like he would be great on this podcast.
No, he's gonna have to apologize.
He has to earn it.
He's gonna have to earn it. Yeah.
But also, you don't. You can just come on the podcast.
No.
Should you decide?
No, you know what? No, fuck it. We gotta elevate our game, baby. We have to make this the church too.
Okay.
All right. We gotta elevate this as
Michael
as
Bisping, you were uninvited.
you're uninvited.
Sorry, bro.
Do we have a what's the? You have any emails? You have any emails?
Well, did you guys see The Quiet Place?
I don't. That's what. See the organic. It's not organic.
Okay, try it
No,
again.
no.
Try it again. Gil.
It's not. The whole thing's not organic.
Okay.
Fucking
try it again.
Michael
Ask me
Bis-
about Vegas or something.
No. What time? How long have we done?
No, we're over an hour.
That
but
must be scary to be standing so close to Michael
No. Where are we
Bisping.
at? What are we at of time?
Oh,
Hey,
we're at an hour.
Let's clean it up. Come on.
We're at an hour, but I'm-
That's why I went to the fucking emails.
I know. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's. No, fuck the Quiet Place. You can either ask me about Vegas. You can do whatever, and then we got to clean it up. The transition.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Well, let's go to the emails.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You want?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So, hey, we got any unhelpful advice or what?
Yeah, we're around an hour, so we should answer.
You're gonna be a fucking asshole. I'm running out of steam, friend.
No, we're about to answer it.
I'm having a mental retardation right now, man.
Hey,
On Health Advice with Bobby Khalyla.
There we go.
hey, Bobby and Khalyla. I want to ask, how do I keep going? I'm a teenager. I'll be 18 soon. But my whole life,
Did you just say teen ninja?
he's a teenage mutant ninja turtle. His name is Raphael. I'll
You're
be.
a teen ninja all downhill from here. You're
I'm
your
a
peak.
teenager.
Okay.
I'll be 18 soon, but my whole life I've dealt with a lot of bullshit. I never really knew my mom, and I had a stepmom for 10 years who I don't talk to anymore. I also have no connection with my family, and I think it has affected how I connect with people because I have literally zero people to talk to or relate to. I'm from Indiana, so I assume I just don't fit the culture here. But recently we got a notice from the court saying they might freeze my dad's bank account for 90 days because my stepmom at the time told him he had to sign up for a loan or she'd kick us out. I got really lonely and I crave attention. I went on a date recently and the girl ended up being uninterested and going home with her ex-boyfriend. The only friend I have hasn't talked to me for 3 weeks due to his girlfriend. I also have depression, and my dad lacks empathy because he went through the exact same thing at my age. Losing family and his mom and all. But with all this new bank issue, on top of my anxiety and depression and loneliness, I just want to feel like someone is here for once. How do I manage?
Oh my god.
We're here for you.
It sounds like half the comics I know. I know a lot of comics that have that, like my dad wasn't around, he was abusive, or some tragic thing, like a dark childhood. And sometimes, every once in a while, those types of people, they turn into like mass murderers, and they just have like these terrible, destructive lives. But a lot of times, people manage to put a foundation. They realize they got a little unlucky, and they're going to change their life. They're going to change how they perceive their life, and they're going to try to be as positive as possible. I feel like that's the kind of guy you are because of the fact that you emailed us.
I also don't. You're also 18 now. You're not in like the clutches of your parents. You're an adult. You can take all this pain that you've experienced in your lifetime and turn it into fuel for something positive. I think I think there's so much to be taken from any type of adversity. In fact, I think that people who have gone through more adversity tend to have you're growing up fast, and I think that's not a bad thing. You I think it's going to pay off in one way or another. I think that people who kind of have very easy, charmed lives, they're not usually people that I can necessarily. I'm not super. For some reason, I'm not like. Sorry, George, but I don't have like a.
Jesus.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know.
Sorry, I take it back.
It was
I
also
take
make-
it back. But I like. What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing, Bobby?
Somebody's ready to pounce.
I feel like you're about to attack me.
Stop listening to you.
What do you have planned?
Nothing.
I've never seen him fully face your body.
Are you gonna punch me?
No, go.
Yeah.
People without
Turn the
adversity.
pain into that fuel for life. It's not over. Your hardships are real, but you can turn it into. You're 18 now. Just find your way from here on out. It's definitely
Yeah.
not over. Oh God, you're scaring me.
Why?
The way you're looking at me, it's in a very You only look at me when you. That way, when we're about to juk juk.
Oh, you guys are
I'm
feeling
giving
it.
juk vibes, man.
You're giving me juk juk vibes when I'm trying to
I know.
Help an 18-year-old.
No, it turned me on when she was like trying to do that.
Oh my God! And you're gonna show your turn on to George and Gilbert?
Yeah, you're.
That's private. Now the whole world knows what your sex eyes look like.
So, my message to you, kid, is that also 18. That was my like coffee shop poetry days, where I would go to a coffee shop, Zanzibar in Pacific Beach. They used to be open 24 hours. At 3 a.m, I would show up, drink fucking 4 shots of espresso, and write this dark poetry, and write like interrupt photos of like me killing myself, and
Same.
and just
At 17, I was on hold in a lockdown facility in Torrance because I did try to kill myself, and I was there for a couple of weeks. We all go through those dark times. Maybe not all. So I think that you have it in you to keep going and to change your life around.
You got it, bro.
What a melancholy
I know.
TigerBelly.
Is there like a happier?
No,
one
no,
that
no.
we
I don't
can-
think. No, I don't think we
was
can
good, though.
because I think that was good. I think that this podcast, because we started with Mitzi's death, and Barbara Bush died,
And came back from the
and
dead.
came back.
And came back from the
She
dead.
came back from the death, right? And then this thing. I think that it's just one of those podcasts.
Hold on, we gotta screenshot it before he takes it down.
Who?
I mean, he blocked me, so you screenshot it, George.
Screenshot what?
Before he realizes that Barbara Bush didn't die. I need proof that that fan paid, his respects to what he
alive
thought.
one.
Yeah.
It's already down.
Damn it!
No, but luckily it was on him. I screenshotted it, and then there's already another post.
Right, I'm gonna
Holy
screenshot
jeez.
this.
Okay. Did you screenshot it?
Yeah, because I already had it on.
Okay, thank God.
Yep. No, I got it, too.
But then if I go to, he did take it down.
Yeah.
He did take
No,
it
he got
down.
it.
You know why?
Update, guys.
Because she's alive.
Oh, but now because Harry Anderson died
yeah, the guy from
Night Court.
Yeah.
How many people could you what do you try to do?
So
like
then he just
posting
did
when
Night
people
Court
die?
Harry Anderson now this time.
Dude, when Muhammad Ali died, I didn't post for 3 months because it felt disrespectful because I actually knew him.
Oh, George, fancy
I didn't-
name dropping. I see what you did there.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was a fancy name drop you did there.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
Because-
I felt like it felt gross.
I see what you're saying.
You know,
yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
I'm not trying to benefit from the guy.
I'm gonna go
by-
clean the poop in the other room. Thanks for listening to the TigerBelly. Good night.
You know,
Can you clean it well?
I will.
There's also other spots by the TV because Remy
Had diarrhea
today.
while we were recording the podcast. Shows for Bobby. Can we just reiterate that so there's no mistakes? When are the shows in Ontario?
Yeah, Ontario Improv, April 27th through 29th. That's not this weekend, but the following weekend. After that,
And who's
he's
opening
in-
for that?
Actually, it's Derek Poston.
Oh.
But hosting is Adam Grotman.
Yeah.
And after that, early May, Bobby will be back in Vancouver for 2 days at Yuck Yucks. I think it's May 11th. So go to BobbyLeeLive.com for more dates.
Cool. George, you want to hop over here for a second really quick? Well, I want to get your quick opinion, Khalyla, because I don't want to talk to you about it. Quiet Place. What did you like? What did you not like?
Hold on. I don't want to talk about. We should talk about it the next time with Bobby.
Oh, did he like? I thought he just didn't like the movie. That's why he was.
We love the movie.
Okay, we'll save it then.
Yeah, we'll save it.
Shout out to John Krasinski. Any announcements, Jorge? Mr.
let's see.
Adhesive.
We haven't been getting as many 5-star reviews lately, but shout out to Victor Duong.
Wait, are they giving us less?
No. Just we haven't. We didn't get as many this week. We always get 5-star reviews, but
Oh.
not as many shout outs this week. Victor Duong, shout out to you for actually putting your real name. Big Dave, he wanted us to call him, but then I looked at the number. It's 1 digit short. Also, don't be putting your real number on iTunes reviews.
Not good.
Send us an email instead. But I was going to call you if you actually did that crazy.
I actually do
crazy
have
enough to do that.
something to bring up. We got this email from a girl named Christine Lee who was really upset that during the Bert Kreischer episode, I had said that when I go to my Korean friend's house, which is a fact, that when they have a big tub of kimchi in their fridge, that their ice, it's just like having an onion, right? When I keep an onion in my
So
fridge.
why was she offended?
That's what I was confused
I
about.
know, but because people just want to be offended by anything. And she was like,
SJW.
she said, foreigners already look at us a weird way. You're shedding a bad light in Korean households because you're saying that all Korean households. I'm like, no, dude,
didn't
that's
say-
just my best friend's home and like one other. And this is like a running joke that we've had with my Korean friends, where they'll be like, hey, you want kimchi ice? This is something that was
Bryce whines when I bring kimchi home.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking I said it in a way that I fucking
First of
love
all,
kimchi.
Even though it's just like, look, the way even she phrased it, which is like foreigners already see us a certain way. It's like then we own it. Like
Yeah.
I put like there's fish, right? And our
Yeah.
grandma puts fish in the freezer. It does make the ice have a little like hint of something else.
Yeah, and she called my friend, but she's basically like, whoever's home that was, that's unhygienic. I was like, well, maybe they are.
Then I'm unhygienic.
So I'm unhygienic. But also, like, there are bigger things to cry about than me saying that my friends had kimchi ice. And also, if you're worried about what foreigners are saying about your food, you're worried about the wrong fucking things, because you should own the fact that kimchi is a gift from God that we all enjoy.
Is she saying white people are foreigners now? Now I'm kind of confused.
No, she's saying foreigners already see us in a bad light. Who the hell views Koreans in a bad light? Koreans freaking run the world. I would relax on it. And I wasn't making a stereotype. Everyone in my life is Korean, and this is something that we joke about. If I was to put buwad or bagoong in the fridge...
Yeah, that also smells... It makes everything smell too.
Guess what? I don't have ice, as we
learned from the
Bert Kreischer episode. But when I keep bagoong, which I do in the house, my house, and anything that I put in there is going to freaking smell like it.
You get Fiesta brand?
It kind of just perturbed me, because I was in Vegas and I was like, this is what, like, there's a war in Syria. This is what you were offended by? Something I wasn't even making a stereotype. I was simply saying from my experience, look, girl, I'm sorry if you were offended, but I would choose to be offended by more important things. Oh, they are sweating. They're always sweating.
No, but that's
I was offended that you were offended by that.
No, that's just so
How
weird
about
to me,
that?
because like all my other Asian friends, we talk about that, about those things. So it's weird that she's
And also my boyfriend calls my country like mud rivers and shit rivers. Am I offended? No, because it's not. It's taken in jest. We're just fucking talking freely. I'm not trying to fucking ruin your life by saying water tastes like kimchi.
Can you stop putting down Korean people as a whole?
I will
Khalyla?
try.
Please stop.
But honestly, even if there was a hint of kimchi in my ice and water, that would be delicious. I am blessed. And if your water and ice doesn't taste like kimchi, you are missing out on life.
It's like that cold kimchi stew. Is that a thing?
The cold kimchi, the kimchi jjigae, that's warm.
No. There's I guess not the spicy kimchi, but the one, like the cold one, is like a panchan. Isn't there one like a soup? It's like cabbage. It's like fermented
but
cabbage.
that's not. Is it?
It's kimchi, just not with the gochujang.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But it's like that soup. It's nice. All I'm saying is relax, person.
Yeah, Christine, I'm sorry.
Maybe she's the only Korean person in her whole state.
You think so? She doesn't strike me as someone who like lives in LA.
That's not LA. That's not an LA Korean.
Yeah, you know me. I'm like the most pro-Korean person ever. Every significant person in my life is Korean. In fact, I've been told I need to diversify because all my friends are Korean.
Yeah, me and George are just affirmative action for her.
She
doesn't like Filipinos.
I do like the Filipinos back home. I just don't have a lot of.
And I'm an American Filipino.
Filipino friends here. I don't have a lot. What, you and Dorothy?
I thought Dorothy was Korean.
Wait, Dorothy's Filipino,
She's Filipino,
right?
but she lives in K-Town, but she has like Korean vibes.
Yeah, she does. She does have Korean vibes. And
we can't say that because we don't know what that means.
Oh my God.
Korean vibes. We're putting them in
Her ice smells like kimchi.
Yes, she has those kind of vibes.
George, you're actually not allowed to talk about kimchi at all.
Oh, really? How much kimchi do you have? You're in your fridge right now.
George has a lot of kimchi.
I haven't had a delivery recently.
Oh.
From Jessica's mom, who always brings me my kimchi every 3 months.
Well, I have to buy my own, so...
I'm sorry, you have to. I get that shit delivered to my house, and she writes in Hangul, she writes my name, for Khalyla.
Wow. Shout out also to Ralph's. They have a brand of kimchi, and it's not that bad.
What brand? Because all the ones from Gelson suck.
I was kind of surprised.
You probably get the Trader Joe's brand kimchi next.
No. I go to like the store, the Galleria or something, or H Mart. But I wanted to try it. It wasn't that bad. It's like one of those vegan healthy ones though, so they didn't put fish sauce in it. But I was like, this is not bad. It's called Road to Seoul. No, it's a restaurant.
The Road to Seoul is the all-you-can-eat on Olympic.
Someone's hungry.
Hey, you know what? For an all-you-can-eat, I always went to Mana and Road to Seoul like back in the day.
Mana.
No, but like way back in the day when there was like only that and Sutbol Jeep, which was way too
Sutbol
expensive for me.
Yeah.
And Gilbert just jumped on the sword for all the Korean hate from now on.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. That I digress. That's all I had to say about that.
Anything, George? Announcements?
Friendly reminder, if you are in the market for a new mattress, $125 off at lisa.com/belly.
Oh, really? That's a
LEESA.com/BELLY.
And then also, don't forget, our favorite sheets here at TigerBelly are at Brooklinen, and you can use the promo code.
New promo code,
not belly, but go to that's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code TigerBelly. One more time. One more time. TigerBelly.
Ew, why did we do that?
I don't know. That was uncomfortable.
But our great sheets, you got to keep it positive afterwards. If you are,
You know how I know Brooklyn is really good? Because you know how Gobi does the grooming on the hair? Like she
or my
grooms
eczema.
people.
Yeah.
And she like licks things that she likes. She has not been able to stop chewing on the sheets. But just the Brooklyn sheets. She is absolutely in love with those polka dots.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Brooklinen.com. Promo code TigerBelly.
don't lick your sheets.
Don't do it. That's our shows. That's our show, guys. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at the TigerBelly. Email us any questions or unhelpful advice questions to thetigerbelly@gmail.com. You can send us anything, gifts, presents, whatever you want, a letter, tomato seeds for George to our P.O. Box, which is
1626 North Wilcox, number 161, Hollywood, California, 90028.
Is it 28?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yeah. Are you?
Okay. Nope.
Well, if you're going to question, why don't you say...
No, I'll say the zip code for here. And guys, some of you have been asking, like, oh, did you open my package? Did you get it? We have them. We have it, most of it all recorded. We'll eventually put that up at some point. But yes, we have received your packages. They're not getting lost. They have. We've recorded Bobby and Khalyla opening all of them. Anything else we need to announce? Can we really explain towards the YouTube what's going on?
Yeah.
On there?
So on the YouTube, we're starting to. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, you already know this. We're starting to upload the episodes 1 through 28, which were recorded audio only before we had a video element. So we'll just be recording parts of the crew listening to the show.
Yeah.
And doing some other activity because we don't have audio. We don't have video for those. There was a lot of confusion in the comments, even though we explained it in the intro to that.
Yeah, people are like, I don't like this new format of the podcast. I'm like,
They don't like it?
no. They thought that was a new way we're doing the podcast, where they didn't know that was episode
They
1.
didn't pay
They thought it
attention
was
to the
like
intro.
a new episode, and now.
Hey,
we're
why don't we just record? Like, it was like they thought it was a new episode and we didn't record us.
Oh.
They're like, I don't get it. Why are they not recording themselves
it
talking?
says number 1 on there.
Yeah, there were a lot of signs. I think it was 3 idiots who were like said it a lot and loudly. But
Yeah, I think that he posted that same comment in like every single one of my pictures. I was like,
Very weird.
yeah.
Just read. Take time to read.
Take a breath.
Take time
A
to read.
deep breath.
Maybe have some kimchi eyes. Do something.
yeah.
God. Okay, just one more thing about this.
I knew it. I could tell because the whole
Oh my
time you
God.
were sweating and you were looking off in the distance.
I don't know, because I'm thinking to myself, she's like worried about what foreigners think of her food.
Who cares?
She's sucking their dick then.
Mm-hmm.
You should be proud. If your food is stinky, and trust me when I say Filipinos have we have danggit, we have buwad, bagoong, hipon. There is nothing stinkier than that. That shit is like a bunch of shitty things combined, but it's delicious. But do I ever apologize when someone comes in and they're like, hey, your house smells like bagoong? Fuck no.
I will
That's
apologize.
what I eat.
Yeah, I'll apologize for the dried squid because I don't even like that smell.
What is it?
When
Oh.
it fries, you know, the dried squid and you fry it. It's like already dried.
You don't like that smell?
Not the smell. I like that. I don't mind eating it, just not the smell.
Yeah. So don't apologize to foreigners.
it.
My God.
Yeah, I had an Indian friend tell me, he's like, oh yeah, we go to Indian house and it don't smell like garam masala. There's something wrong with the Indian house. So I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah, that's just what you eat, and it's delicious. In fact, if I go walk into your home and it smells like freaking Voluspa candles, like that's a problem.
Stop with the response.
You're not cooking enough at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Should we get him a sponsors?
Probably.
I do have a lot of
Yeah, I
those.
need a Voluspa candle. My room does not smell like them anymore because mine ran out a month ago.
Yeah, and also to defend myself, the only reason I burn a lot of those candles is because my fucking house smells like cat shit all the time.
Your house doesn't smell like food. It just smells like cat.
It smells like animals live here.
Yeah, because a lot of them do.
Yeah, and then occasionally Remy diarrhea in our bedroom. God.
This is good stuff, guys.
All right, I'll end there. I swear to you, that's where it ends for me.
Follow Khalyla on all social media at
Calamity K.
George Kimmel at.
George_Kimmel on Instagram only.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
I just realized.
Go ahead.
Christine Lee.
Someone got triggered tonight.
I'll take it back. I'm really sorry.
No retraction on that.
No, I'm sorry that like it made her feel some type of way. I'm not sorry for what I said. I'm sorry that if it made her like feel a little less proud of being Korean, like that's what I'm sorry for. It shouldn't make you feel that way. God. Yeah. I'll give you a hug if I see you in real life.
You can come to the live show.
You can come to the live show.
And
you can confront me and try to like make your point there.
And then we'll force.
Then my hands will sweat, and then I'll.
Yeah, it'll be really awkward, and we'll record it and put it online.
But yeah, I'm sorry. God.
George,
spineless bitch I am.
George, where can we find you online?
George_Kimmel at Instagram.
Whoa, get him to 10K, guys. Get him to 10K. And you can follow Bobby on everything Bobby Lee Live. Check his tour dates on BobbyLeeLive.com. And you can follow me on my new Instagram account. It's Fatbert.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I'm just doing all food related. It's my goal. Okay,
I gotta follow it right now.
Wait, you have a new account?
Just for food, because I hate when.
Oh my God, no!
Because people hate when people post about food, so I'm gonna do a food one. Just call it Fatbert. It's my weight.
Did you already claim that?
Yeah, I'm gonna gain all the weight back again, guys. It's my goal.
Hold on, I'm gonna follow it right now.
All right, guys, that's our show. Thank you for listening. Kimchi ice is dope. Don't be proud of it. Okay, bye.